chuyển quyền hot cho chị đi. Rồi, got it. Đang được record lại rồi đó.
Rồi, ok, bắt đầu lại.
Rồi, em chuyển quyền hot cho chị đi.
Nhà em mưa.
So, hello everyone.
Hello, teacher.
Okay, so now with the Unit A traveling, teacher gonna to show you some 3 new vocabulary related to this topic. So with the first vocabulary is museum. You can listen. Museum. Okay. Works museum. This everyone repeat museum. Okay, and can you read the definitions of museum? The word museum, can you read? This is a building.
A building where objects of historical, scientific, or artistic interest are kept.
Yeah. Okay. And so who can with the definition? Museum is a building where objects of historical or scientific or artistic interest are kept with the picture, together with the picture. So who can guess the Vietnamese meaning of museum? What is it?
Bảo tàng.
Okay, so this is bảo tàng hoặc là viện bảo tàng ha. So this is everyone repeat museum. And teacher have a example here. I go to museum on the weekend. I go to museum on the weekend. So everyone repeat. I go to museums on the weekend.
I go to museum on the
weekend.
Okay. So teacher have some questions to ask you. That do you go to museum? Như Nguyễn, do you go to museum?
Yes, I go to museum.
Okay. And do you live near a museum, Lemmy?
No, I don't live near a museum.
Okay. And if you want to see the historical things, where can you go? Như Nguyễn, where can you go?
I can go to the museum.
Okay, thank you. And now, so everyone repeat after me. Museums. I go to museums on the weekend.
Museum. I go to museum on the weekend.
Okay, and teacher will invite group 1. You repeat museums. I go to museums on the weekend. Group 1.
I go to museum on the weekend.
Okay, and teacher invite Như Nguyễn. Museums. I go to museums on the weekend. Can you repeat?
Yes, museum. I go to museum on the weekend.
Okay, good job. So teacher have us word museum with the incorrect order. So who can you rearrange the word and typing in the chat box? Can you remember the words and type it in the chat box? Okay, museum.
M-U-S-E-U.
Okay, so this is museum. So Who can spell it? Who can spell it? Như Nguyễn, can you spell it? Museum.
Yes. M-U-S-E-U-M.
Okay, good job. Everyone repeat museum.
Museum.
And now you can write down the word museum on your notebook. So. And teacher have an example for you that how often do you go to museums? And you can answer that I sometimes go to museums at the weekend. So everyone repeat after me. How often do you go to museums?
How often
Often
do
you go to museum?
museum?
I sometimes go to museum at the weekend.
I sometimes go to
museum
museum
at the
at
weekend.
the weekend.
Okay, now Như Nguyễn, you are student A, and let me, you can student B. Như Nguyễn ask, and let me answer.
Yes. How often do you go to museum?
I sometimes go to museum at the weekend.
Okay, and can you change? Let me, you can ask, and you can answer.
How often do you go to museum?
I sometimes go to museum at the weekend.
Okay. So everyone repeat one more time again. Museum.
Museum.
Okay, and now we move to the next word. This is famous. Just listen. Famous. 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 So this is the word famous.
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 Okay, so everyone repeat. Famous.
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 Okay, and along with some picture of Vịnh Hạ Long and the singer, and let me sorry, Như Nguyễn, can you read the explanation of the word famous, and you get the Vietnamese meanings of that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Famous means known and recognized by many people. It means nổi tiếng.
Okay, nổi tiếng hoặc là được biết đến một cách rộng rãi. Okay, everyone, so you can repeat famous.
Famous.
They have an example for you that Hạ Long Bay is a famous place in Vietnam. So, can you repeat? Hạ Long Bay is a famous place in Vietnam.
Yes.
Hạ Long Bay
is a famous place in Vietnam.
Okay, and so if you understand the meaning of famous, so can you answer some questions for me that can you name some famous places in Vietnam, Như Nguyễn? Can you name some famous places in Vietnam?
Ho Chi Minh City, Da Nang City are famous places in Vietnam.
Okay, and can you name some famous singers in Vietnam?
Yes, some famous singers in Vietnam is Phương Thanh.
It's me.
Yeah, Như Nguyễn.
Yeah.
And Lemmy.
Okay.
Future singers.
Singers.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you want to be famous? Do you want to be famous, Như Nguyễn?
Yes, I want to be famous as Thủy Tiên singer.
Okay.
Yeah, you look like Thủy Tiên.
Yeah. I want
Okay.
to have more body.
I also really love Thủy Tiên too. Okay, everyone repeat famous.
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 Hạ Long Bay is a famous place in Vietnam.
Hạ Long Bay is a famous place in Vietnam.
Okay, and teacher invite group. Teacher invite group 1. Can you repeat famous? And Hạ Long Bay is a famous place in Vietnam. Group 1, repeat. Famous.
Famous. Hạ Long Bay is a famous place in Vietnam.
Okay. And teacher invite Như Nguyễn. Can you repeat famous? And Hạ Long Bay is a famous place in Vietnam.
Famous. Hạ Long Bay is a famous place in Vietnam.
Okay. And can you write down the word famous in your notebook? Yeah, you can write. And who can spell the word? Can you spell the word famous?
Yes. F-A-M-O-U-S.
Okay, good job. You had the word famous. So which trace? Second trace or the first? The first or the second trace? Famous. Yeah, the first famous. Okay. So now teacher have an example for you that you can ask your friends. What is your favorite famous places in Vietnam? And your friends can answer. My favorite famous place is somewhere you really like, somewhere you want to go. Like, so now everyone repeat. What is your favorite famous places in Vietnam?
What is your favorite famous places in Vietnam?
Okay, my favorite famous place is Hạ Long Bay.
My favorite famous place is Hạ Long Bay.
Okay. Okay, teacher invite Lemmy, you are student A, and Như Nguyễn, you are student B.
Okay. What is your favorite famous place in Vietnam?
My favorite famous place is Hanoi capital.
Okay. And can you trend?
Yes. What is your favorite famous places in Vietnam?
My favorite famous place in Vietnam is Nha Trang.
Okay, good. Thank you. And now we move to the final word. This is visit. Everyone, visit. Oh, sorry. To listen. Visit. 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 And so now everyone repeat. Visit.
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 Okay, teacher have some picture that there are some people visiting Hạ Long Bay, or the children is visiting their a child is visiting their grandparents, along with the definition here. So you can read the definition, and who can guess the Vietnamese meaning, the meaning of visit? Who can guess? So teacher invite, can you get the meaning of visit?
Meaning of the word visit is tham quan.
Or do you have another meaning? Children visit their grandparents. Yeah, viếng thăm. Okay, so the word visit is to go a place in order to look at it, or to a person in order to spend time with them. Nghĩa là thăm viếng, hoặc là thăm viếng ai đó, hoặc là tham quan một nơi nào đó. So teacher have an example. I'm going to visit Hạ Long Bay next week. So now everyone repeat visit. And I am going to visit Hạ Long Bay next week. Repeat, visit.
Visit.
I am going to visit
Hạ Long Bay next week.
Okay. And so teacher asked you some questions to check your understanding. Do you usually visit your grandmother, Như Nguyễn?
Yes, I usually visit my grandmother.
Okay, and where do you like to visit, Lemmy? Where do you like to visit?
I like to visit Đà Nẵng, Hội An, and I like to visit the south of Vietnam.
Okay, and Như Nguyễn, you are living in Ho Chi Minh City, so can you name some places where tourists can visit in Ho Chi Minh City?
So some places where tourists can visit in Ho Chi Minh City.
Cô Mỹ Hưng
Chợ Bà Triệu, chợ Bà Triệu.
Bà Triệu Market.
District 7, teacher, District 7.
It's only you will visit Honda District 7. You will visit Honda District 7 or any particular destination.
Yeah, the whole of the district.
Okay, Honda District.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Lovely. And so now everyone, can you rearrange the word visit and type it in the chat box? So who can spell the word visit? Who can spell it? Yeah, I would like to let me.
Yes.
V-I-S-I-T, visit. Okay, good job. We have visit. This is the first or the second stress? Visit.
First stress.
Visit.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. And now you can write it down. So now, everyone, can you repeat again? Visit.
Visit.
And group 1, you can repeat. Visit.
Visit.
And Lemmy, can you repeat? Visit.
Visit.
Okay. And teacher have an example for you that where are you going to visit in the summer? And I am going to visit Hạ Long Bay. So everyone repeat after me. Where are you going to visit in this summer?
Where are you going to visit in this summer?
I am going to
visit Hạ Long Bay.
Okay. So everyone repeat again. Where are you going to visit in this summer?
Where
are you going
to visit in this summer?
I'm going to visit Hạ Long Bay.
I'm going to visit Hạ Long Bay.
And so now let me, you can ask and you can answer.
Where are you going to visit in this summer?
I'm going to visit Hạ Long Bay.
Okay, thank you. And to check your, I have a small exercise for one of you to check. The first exercise is matching this the column in the left of the ring is the definitions of the 3 new words, and the right column of the right columns is the word. You will find out the right definition for the correct word. Okay, you will matching it the right definition with the word. And so teacher will invite Như Nguyễn. Can you read the number 1?
Yes, a building where objects of historical, scientific, or artistic interest are kept.
Okay, which is the correct word? Let me, which is the correct word with this? With the number 1 definition. Number 1 definition.
Yes.
Which is correct word?
Correct word is museum.
museum. Okay, there's museum. The first, sorry, number one and B, museum. Okay, and let me. Can you read the number two?
Yes, to go to a place in order to look at it, or to a person in order to spend some distance.
Okay, and let me. Oh, sorry, and Như Nguyễn, can you find out the correct word for this definition?
Yes. The answer is A, visit.
Okay, and the final note and recognized by many people, which is the correct word.
Famous.
Okay, this is famous. Okay, you can look at one more time to remember the meaning and also the word form of this. And now we move to the final task. That teacher will give you a picture in the given word. You can use the present simple tense to make the sentence with the given word along with the sorry. You can use the present simple tense along with the given word and the picture to make the whole sentence. Okay. Do you make the sentence or do you rearrange the sentence?
Yes, make a sentence.
Make the sentence. Did you use the given word or don't use any word you want?
We use the given word.
Okay, and do you have to look at the picture?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So now I would like to invite Như Nguyễn with the first word museum. So can you make the sentence with the word museum using present simple tense?
Yes. I want to visit. I want to go to the museum.
I want to go to the museum. So can you test it in the screen? Can you test?
Yes.
I want to go to the museum. So okay, good job. And then we move to the net. Rồi. Sao mà nó đứng luôn vậy trời? Đây. Okay. And then we move to the net. With the word famous and the picture of a singer. So can you make the sentence using the word and also the present simple tense?
Yes. I don't want to be a famous singer.
You don't want to be a famous singer, so can you type your sentence in the chat box?
Okay.
I got it. I don't want to. So you don't want to be a famous singer. So who would you like to become? Who would you like to become?
I want to be a good teacher.
Good teacher.
Yeah.
I don't
Or
want to
like
be.
Miss Thanh or Miss Như.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to become a famous singer.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Full stop teacher.
I think that my laptop is going to be broken. Okay, so what's going on? So can you see the screen?
Yes.
So we have the word visit and the picture. So let me, Như Nguyễn, can you make the sentence with the given words using present simple tense?
Yes. I often visit my grandparents in the weekend.
I often
visit my grandparents in the weekend.
Okay, I often visit my parents on the weekend. Okay, good job. So today we're gonna learn, we learned 3 new words: museum, famous, and visit. So everyone, can you repeat one more time again? Museum. Okay. Famous. Okay. And visit. Okay, thank you. Remember to write down all the words in your notebook, learning the definition, this meaning, learning the definition, word from, and try to make your own sentence using these kind of 3 words. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, teacher.
Okay.
Stop rồi hả ta?
Rồi stop.